got back from Vegas, I heard the news. I went straight to the Haunted Star. And there was Luke with an open bottle, so I sat, I had a drink with him while he poured out all of his guilt.
Did he admit that he was drinking before he drove?
Yes, but he insists he wasn't drunk.
Do you believe him?
You know, I mean, I do a fair bit of drinking myself. Most of it with Luke, and like Luke, I rarely get drunk, so yes. Yeah, I believe him.
Well, then he should know that it was an accident.
Yeah, he still blames himself. I mean, that self-loathing was pouring off of him. And the whole time he was talking, he had that drink in his hand.
Maybe you could confront him, one-on-one.
No, I just get stonewalled. You know, it's like Luke wants to destroy himself, and at this rate, he very well may succeed. I have no faith in this intervention idea, but I don't know what else to do.
Can I ask you a question? If you were in Luke's position and had hit and killed Jake, would you want your family to reach out and help you?
Truthfully, I'd drive my car off the nearest cliff.
Carcassonne.
Fortified medieval town in southwest France.
Nice.
Stranya.
Bulgaria. I was quite taken by the barefooted fire dancers.
Impressive. You've done your share of walkabout, as Ethan would say.
Yeah, I do get restless.
Woman after me own heart. Favorite city?
Oh, I would have to say Istanbul. Take it you've been?
Oh, yeah. Many times. Istanbul's an old stomping ground of mine. When Lucky was 6 or 7, I took him there. He'd already shown a facility for the con, so I decided it was time to continue and deepen his education.
Like any good dad.
Yes, despite all my best efforts, my son has turned out to be a very honest and honorable man. Go figure.
So how'd it work out in Istanbul?
Well, Lucky and I decided on a meeting place in the park in case we got separated. And then I met with my associates. Took him along with me. They drove us clear across town to this jewelry fence in a crowded bazaar. There were so many people around there pushing and shoving, and somehow I lost track of him.
Oh, you must have been awfully worried.
Oh, not much bothers me, but I was as scared as I've ever been. So I went to the park where we had agreed to meet, and I waited. I remember it started to rain, pouring down like a monsoon. I just stood there waiting and waiting.
What happened?
Well, eventually I heard this screeching of brakes and all this swearing in Turkish, and I looked over and there was my little boy, as wet as a drowned rat, scurrying between the traffic. And when he saw me, he burst into a big grin and ran into my arms, and I held onto him so tight he finally said, Dad, I can't breathe. Yeah, it took him 7 hours. But he made it all the way across Istanbul all on his own. I mean, that boy found his way.
My dad won't accept an intervention. He'll take off, and he won't come back.
Good. Then we have nothing to lose. He's already gone.
Why are you acting like you don't care?
Lulu, this is what caring looks like. I cannot stand by and watch your father destroy himself.
Why is everybody justifying this like it's a last-ditch effort to save him?
Lulu, admitting that your father has an illness does not mean you love him any less.
There are better ways to help.
Lulu, you've been running around to everybody in the family trying to ease their pain. You tried to get Lucky to talk to Luke. You tried to get Luke to talk to Lucky. Did any of it help?
No, but this does not mean that we give up.
You're not giving up. Your father needs our love, our support, but most of all, he needs our honesty.
But if I say he's an alcoholic, that's like saying Jake's dead because of his negligence.
We're never going to know if his drinking affected the way he was driving that night. But we do know he's in trouble and he needs our help.
Still no word from Luke, huh?
No. I was too late.
You know it's not your fault that he disappeared.
You know, everything that my dad has done since he found out he hit Jake has been a cry for help, and I've been too caught up in my own grief to hear it.
Lucky, you lost a child. It's not your duty to help other people through this. They should be helping you, and Luke just isn't.
You know, I didn't want to deal with it. You know? I mean, he wouldn't admit that he was drunk when he got behind the wheel, so I just washed my hands of the whole thing.
Honestly, I thought that you handled everything admirably.
How? By getting out of bed in the morning? Because that's pretty much all I've been able to manage. And meanwhile, my dad's in free fall.
Oh, you should be mad as hell. Don't beat yourself up for just being human.
I just don't want to lose him.
So how did a bonny lass like you decide to start trotting the globe?
I've seen too many people crippled with regret. My dad being one of them. His life was one long list of what he should have done, and I decided that that wasn't for me. So I took my chances, set out on the open road.
And would you say that was a good decision?
Yeah. No regrets. An occasional twinge of loneliness. Sometimes sometimes I wish I had the sense of place and connection that others have.
Take it from me, Siobhan. That's all highly overrated. If you settle down in a house with a white picket fence, you're gonna find out you're living a lie.
It's a bit cynical.
Cynic is just a romantic who has seen the world, my dear. Excuse me.
Siobhan?
Hey, Lucky. Luke's here at Jake's, drinking scotch and talking about traveling the world.
You know, when Luke offered me that job at the Haunted Star, I had no idea he was my father. You know, but we had this connection, you know, this instant camaraderie.
Like you've known him for years?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we looked at the world with the same warped, jaded eye, you know. We had the same sense of humor. It was like, I don't know, when I found out we were father and son, it all made sense. It's like all the pieces just fell into place.
You really do love your father, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And I'm not ready to just watch him disappear yet.
So, you'll do the intervention?
Yeah, I mean, Luke can't go on like this, you know. He's on the edge of an abyss and he's about to jump, so I guess so. You know, that's probably not gonna work. But, you know, I gotta do something, right? Thank you for helping me unscramble my thoughts.
You've given me such great advice. I'm just happy to repay it.
Oh. Hey, Lucky.
Dad's at Jake's. Meet me there. I need your help.
Okay. On my way. Well, this is it. Wish me luck.
Good luck. I hope everything works out.
Not much of a drinker, are you, lass?
Fill her up.
That's more like it.
Hey, well, look who's here.
Hey, Dodge, pull up a tall chair.
Hey, you, mind if we share a little bit here?
No, please, look. Whenever I'm around, drinks are on me, pal.
It's very generous, Luke. I'll take you up on it.
You're welcome.
There you go.
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm surprised you're not at the Haunted Star.
Well, I can't stay anywhere too long, you know. I tend to take root.
Yeah, it's good to have a home base, so.
Yeah, I'm glad you feel that way. Pass it over. And I have to say I'm very grateful to Holly for dropping the breadcrumbs that led you to me. It's been a pleasure getting to know you.
Well, we're just getting started. I've still got a lot to learn from you, you know.
Oh, you're doing fine without me. I like to think I may have smoothed off some of your rough edges, but you will always be a tribute to the dark side of the Spencer clan.
Well, there's too many more future scams, ain't I?
Well, I'm afraid you're gonna have to do those on your own. Don't tell your siblings, but I'm gonna take a...
Good?
Oh, yeah.
Well done, well done.
I haven't read the manual, but, is this how an intervention's supposed to start?
Spencer intervention.